I have been really thinking about this topic lately. You shouldn't really be giving any shits about what others are thinking about you. I know it gets hard sometimes, but do not be in your head about others' opinions of you. It has non-importance in your life. It shouldn't be affecting your life in any way. I know it does, but it shouldn't. And I know this because I've been the person. I've been the person who gave a lot of shits about what others were thinking about me. I was thinking whether people were enjoying their time with me, whether I should be dressing in a certain way, or I was really going through all of this. This was, of course, when I was very much younger, and I know this was to do because I wasn't sure who I was within myself. So after becoming the person that I wanted to be within and also on the outside, I was more able to then apply what I was to the outside. And I'm not saying not being kind to others, I'm saying don't hold anyone's opinion higher than your own. There are times when you want to take others' opinions into account, but you know what I mean here by saying do not care what others are thinking about you as a person. Why would anyone's opinions be more important than your own? Why would you want someone else to tell you how you should dress, what interests you should have, how much time you should be spending on your own or on yourself? Why would these topics be anyone else's business but your own? This is something you should really understand, is that you're living only for yourself. And if the people who are around you at the moment are not aligning with who you want to be in the future, or maybe already in this moment, I think these people are not the ones who are going to share this journey with you. So take a really hard look at the people who are around you at this moment, because we are who we spend our times with. So take a look at the 5 most closest people to you. Are they really the people who you want to spend your time with? And I'm not saying to just block all of your friends that you're having now, but are they the characters that you really want to share your time with? Are they kind? Do you actually enjoy spending time with them? Do they understand where you're going and who you are focusing on becoming? Are they sharing any similar viewpoints that you're having? Because if they're not, then you should really be looking into these people and being also very honest with yourself. If these people are making you feel bad about your decisions, bad about creating boundaries, bad about just being yourself and maybe being something else that you've been in the past, maybe they don't want you to grow. Maybe they don't want you to become someone else that you were in the past, because they're very secure and comfortable in who you were in the past. But maybe this new version of you is annoying them. Maybe this new version of you is somehow triggering them and they are not able to spend time with you because you're making them uneasy. You're really making them to look within. Maybe your behavior is making them to notice their own flaws. If you are thriving, if you are going to the direction in your life that you really want to be going, then that shouldn't be triggering anyone around you. They should be actually applauding for you. So take the risk. Do something that you've always wanted to do. Whether it's something that you've never done before, maybe it's something that no one in your circle has done before, maybe it's something that even people around you or your friends sometimes joked about and you were just nodding because you were not secure enough to actually express that this is what you wanted to do, or that this was something that you were actually dreaming about. Just do the things that you're afraid of, because everyone has one time been a beginner. Don't think about how late you are from something. Just think about that if you start now, can you even imagine where you'd be within 1 year, 2 years? What kind of growth you would have endured during this time? Maybe it's actually the best decision you've ever made and you've just been putting it off. Don't care what other people think, because their opinions are only as broad as they are themselves. So they cannot always see what you're going through because they haven't experienced it themselves. That's why they might be judgmental. That's why they might not understand your reasons behind your decisions. Just don't think twice what other people think. Otherwise, you will never be able to do the things that you want to do. And yes, some of them might be a bit cringe in the beginning and you just don't really see yourself doing this, but the more you start to do something, the more you rewire your mind to see yourself doing that thing. This is the first step in actually building this character that is doing these things on a daily basis. Whether it's exercising, whether it's you starting a TikTok account, whatever it is, just do it because that's what you actually want to do. And if you're not quite sure what you want to do, you need to sit with yourself and ask yourself what it is you actually want to do if no one would be watching. No one. And just see what comes out of it and listen to that calling, because that might be the only thing that actually makes you happy. And you're just postponing it because someone from your past might just not see eye to eye on this decision, or might not share those views that you have, or might not understand why you're doing the things you're doing. But if you just remove this person from your reality, think about what you can create. Once we let the judgment of other people in our reality and in the decision-making process, we are actually letting these people have a hold of us. So these people are actually in control of your decision-making, you building your character, you building yourself. So how can you ever change or grow if somebody else is in charge of what levels you can reach in your life? And you can be both soft on one days and you can still be strong and decisive on other days. These don't exclude one another. Just understand that once you feed the character that you want to be, fill your days and hours with the things that you enjoy doing, you are creating this new version of yourself that is actually someone you want to be. The more you spend time with yourself, the more you can hear who you want to become. What are those things, those small nudges that you feel throughout the day of doing something, maybe going somewhere, just, not seeing this person, but actually being by yourself, just getting to know you instead of getting to know others. Because the more you're surrounded with other people, the more crowded your thoughts become. Have you ever met a friend and once you leave the situation, you feel this energetic charge in you? Like you still feel like the person is physically in the room with you? Or maybe you go home and in the evening you still feel their opinions or judgment on you. You can sense it in your body, but you cannot really get rid of it. The more you are with yourself, the less meeting others will affect you. Because the more you are with yourself, the more you know yourself, and the more you can actually stand behind those decisions that you are making for yourself. By that time, you won't need anyone's opinion about anything that you're doing in your, and even if they're giving their opinions to you, you will not be bothered because you just know that it's simply not true, and you will not take it as advice that you need to listen, and you won't even get hurt by it because you know that it cannot really touch you because you already know where you're going. But firstly, you need to obviously know where you're going. The more time you spend with yourself, the more you will understand what you want, what you need in life, and how to get there. And people will just be falling out of your reality. And it might feel a bit uncomfortable in the beginning, but just know that you're on the right path, and the people will always find you. The right people will always find you, and they will always resonate with the direction that you're going to. You are your best friend. The most important relationship that you need to invest in is the relationship you have with yourself. Only then can you start to be making decisions based on your own needs and actually starting to become that selfish person that knows what is best for them and is secure enough to make those decisions to actually choose for yourself. Until that, you'll only be making decisions based on others' opinions of you, and that's not really a fruitful ground to grow. See you next week.